Hello everybody and welcome to this week's free newsletter from Trade with Precision. My name's Simon Clarke, and in this newsletter I'm going to take a look at some of the trading opportunities that I'm keeping a close eye on that actually support the key themes of the market at the moment. And what I mean by the key themes is that through the tail end of 2014 we had key themes of dollar strength and euro weakness. Over the Christmas period, that has just now accelerated, and we've had some really reasonable moves in those currencies. So there's a number of different opportunities which I'm keeping a close eye on, which I'm going to talk through and share with you. Now, the first one here is looking at taking advantage of dollar strength. Now, a lot of the dollar markets are strengthening at the moment. The one that I like at best of all really is dollar Swiss. So if I open up the weekly chart, and I'll explain why. Through 2014 we've had a lovely trend here. The market has just become very overextended over the past sort of few weeks, and you can see that we've now broken through a key level here. This is a parity level, the 1000 level. So the market is overextended, stretched away from the moving averages, and we've got this just sliced straight through this key level. So what I'm looking for is the market just on its own looks due for a pullback. A pullback into parity would be a very nice area to start to look for trading opportunities. So if we come down to the daily chart, you'll start to see this a little bit more clearer. I still think the trend looks very strong to the long side. We've still got lovely convergence here on the indicators. Moving averages and the geometry of the market looks still very nice. But again, just a pullback into sort of parity would be a much more reasonable area to start considering trading opportunities. So if we take a look at the 480 chart and the 240, we can start to see that the 1000 level happens to coincide with the sweet spot in the geometry of the market. So we're right back there in the buy zone. And in fact, you know, if I come down to the 2-hour chart and open the 2-hour chart up, we can actually start to see some evidence of potential trend weakness at this moment on the 2-hour chart. So we've had the high here, we've had an over Christmas gap as well. The second high up here, now we've now got divergence in the markets, just indicating a potential weakening here of the trend. So a pullback to the parity level would be rather reasonable, and it would also close the gap, which these gaps often do close. So pullback to this sort of area would be a nice sort of area where I'd be starting to look for long opportunities again. The next market, if we're going to be looking at dollar strength and euro weakness, let's take a look at euro dollar. Euro dollar's got a similar theme here. I mean, going back through last year, solid downtrend. In fact, the market's just been slicing through some of these very technical levels in the market. At the moment, again, we're overextended from the averages, and we've now sort of broken through the previous support and resistance level here, which is the 1.2000 area. So again, at least a pullback to this area would be a much better area to start looking for shorting opportunities. So again, just coming down the time frames here, you can see on the daily chart, again, trend looks very nice. Looks very nice for a continuation of the downtrend, but we want to see a bit of a pullback to time the entry much better. And looking back here on the mid time frames, back to the sort of 480, the 240 chart here, I should say, we can start to see that we've got a gap in the market from over Christmas as well. We've also got the this 1.2000 level, which happens to coincide with the sell zone here, and we've also started to get some divergence here on the on these lower time frames too, just indicating as the market started to get a bit of strength coming back into price action. The last one I'll take a quick look at here is Euro GDP, and Euro GDP here on the weekly chart. The reason I like this is supports the euro weakness, but in fact the market on this on Euro GDP has now, it's certainly found some quite strong support at 78,000. So 78,000 has been tested a few times here. We're still in a downtrend, and it's probably a little bit clearer if we look here on the daily chart. We're still in a downtrend. We've got a high here, a low, a lower high, a lower low, lower high here, now a lower low again, and the market's now, well, it hasn't made a higher high yet, so we're still in a downtrend. It's right back there in the sell zone at this moment in time, in between the 10 and the 20 period moving average, and we've got the 178,000 level there. So I'm keen on this short if we can get a break below 78,000. So if I come down to the 4-hour chart, it starts to look a little bit more clearer. You can see how precise this level has been tested in the past, and at the moment market's above, or price is above 78,000, so a break below this would just indicate trend weakness and euro weakness against the pound, and I'd be looking for a lower low in that trend, in which case we've got to make a lower low below this one. That's quite a distance for looking for trading opportunities, and quite a distance to be able to take advantage of a lower time frame move. So that's 3 markets there and 3 trading opportunities that I'm keeping a close eye on, that's supporting the key themes at the moment, which is dollar strength and euro weakness. So let me just tell you about the webinars that we're running this week. We've got one webinar, or one topic, which is running for 2 different time zones this week on Wednesday the 7th of January. High performance trading for a busy lifestyle. This webinar, we focus on, exactly as the title says, high performance trading, and whilst also fitting that into our busy schedules, whether it be a day job or whether it be other life activities that we need to work around. So we're going to be looking at some of the skills and techniques that professional traders use to actually sort of manage this between a nice life and trading balance. So we've got 2 different time zones here that we're running this webinar. It's free to join. We've got 7 a.m. London, 6 p.m. Sydney, 8 p.m. Auckland time, or we've got 3 p.m. New York time, 8 p.m. London, 7 a.m. Sydney next day, and 9 a.m. Auckland next day. So whichever time zone you're in, there will be one there that should be suitable for yourself. So if you'd like to join the webinar, then all you need to do is to come to the Trade with Precision website, come and click on the tab here, which is free live webinars, and then you can click on the register now, whichever time zone is most suitable for you. Okay, so look forward to seeing you on the webinars, and hope this helps, and we look forward to speaking to you next time. Bye for now.